Hi, Taurus. Let's see what the universe is wanting to tell you. My readings are timeless. When you find them is when you're meant to hear the messages. So take what resonates and leave the rest. And if the reading doesn't resonate at all, do not try to make it fit. And instead, go watch your moon sign, your ascendant sign, and if you're born on the cusp of another sign, go watch that sign because those readings may resonate more for you at this time. Spirit, what is coming in for Taurus? What do they need to know about at this time? Okay, we have the unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. So there's some kind of change here, or at least there needs to be changes. And you need to use your intuition in order to make these beneficial changes. There's something important here with unicorn about using your intuition. And we're going to clarify and we're going to see why and what situation is coming in here that you're going to need to use your intuition on. Spirit, what else? What else for Taurus? What do they need to know about at this time? Okay. We see rabbit. Too much concern with sexual matters. Okay. You could be dealing with someone who has too much concern about sexual matters. You could be having too much concern about sexual matters. You could have a friends with benefit situation here where it's all about sex and nothing else. We're going to clarify though. We're going to see what's going on. Spirit, what else? What else for Taurus? What do they need to know? Oh, okay. Too many. I saw the vulture though. Depression, anxiety, worry that someone is working against you. You could be feeling that way. You could be depressed, anxious that someone is worrying or against you in some way. Spirit, what else? What else for Taurus? What do they need to know? Too many, but I see the finger. Warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. It could be because it could have something to do with that vulture. Or it could be this rabbit. Again, too many showing itself. Dog far away, though. A distant friend is thinking of you. Someone distant. It could be a physical distance. It could be a mental distance. We have the cat, a two-faced friend. On the bottom of the deck, though, we have ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. So some kind of partnership here. The bottom of the deck gives us either the overall energy of the reading, something important about the reading, or something we don't know. So there's something important about a marriage. It can be romantic or business, but there's a commitment here with the ring that is important to this reading. Let's clarify these cards, Taurus, and let's see what's going on. Spirit, why is unicorn here? You need to use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Why is that here? Okay, entirely too many, but we see the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is being on that right path. It's the path that you're supposed to be on. It's the right path for you. 1111. Spirit, show me unicorn. Why is it here for Taurus? Also, I want to let you know I don't do personal readings for the public at this time. And if I ever start doing them, I'll never contact you out of the blue and offer you a reading, okay? Only scammers do that. We got the Eight of Wands showing up and we have Judgment. I want to dig. Three of Wands. So I do feel like that there is something here that you're putting out and you're waiting on. You've been waiting on something here. You know, I feel like you've been waiting on something. Maybe you put a manifestation out into the world. Maybe you put your hopes out there and now you've just been waiting on it. And I do feel like there's something coming in here towards you with the Eight of Wands. This could be messages, but there is, I feel like, potentially this, for some of you, I feel like this could be someone from your past, someone that you've been waiting on from the past. But I do feel like, that you are going to be receiving some kind of messages here or some kind of correspondence with this person. That's for some of you that it's someone from the past. But regardless of whether this is someone from your past or not, I'm going to clarify the Eight of Wands. I do feel like there's a judgment call that you're going to need to make, because I feel like there's something you've been waiting on. Whatever that is, it is coming in. And there's a need for you to make a judgment call about this when it does come in. Spirit, show me the Eight of Wands. Okay, way too many. I see that Three of Wands though, and I saw the Eight of Cups. So yeah, I feel like for the majority of you, this is talking about someone from your past who may have walked away from you or forced you to walk away from them. And I feel like you've been waiting for this person to come back around. Spirit, show me the Eight of Wands. Why is the Eight of Wands here? Okay, one just flipped over. We have the Nine of Wands. Feeling like that wounded warrior here. Temperance. Sagittarius energy, and I want to dig underneath the Page of Swords. Now, I feel like this is someone that, puts you in this wounded warrior energy. You've been persevering. You're keeping on here. And you've been moving, but you've been moving forward while at the same time kind of waiting, expecting that this person was going to come back around. But while you may not realize it, you've been healing the whole time here. You've been healing the whole time. And this person has been watching you. And I do feel like they are going to be sending you some messages. Spirit, show me Rabbit. Too much concern with sexual matters. Why is it here? I do feel like this could be this person that you were dealing with. This person that walked away, or you walked away from them because maybe it was just all about sex. Maybe it was, like I said, friends with benefits earlier, or even a relationship where they were just focused on the sex. They just really wanted sex. Too many coming out. But we see the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like, you've been making a new plans in your life, trying to figure out what path to go. You see the Nine of Cups. Wanted to show itself, but it came out with too many. I feel like you were dealing with someone who was maybe selfish, immature. Show me the Rabbit, Spirit. Why is it here? Why is it here for Taurus? Eight of Swords. And the Two of Wands. Yeah, was a situation that I feel like you felt a self-imposed imprisonment of the mind here. And whether you walked away from this person or this person, this situation forced you to walk away from them, or they walked away from you. Either way, it really puts you at a crossroads here with the Two of Wands about where to go from here, what to do now. Spirit, show me the Eight of Swords. Why is it here? Show me the Eight of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Wands. You got someone taking action here towards you for sure. It's this person that I think you knew intuitively was going to come back around. But this is someone that put you in Nine of Wands energy, being in that wounded warrior energy. This was someone who did some damage, and either they walked away, or like I said, they forced you to walk away from the situation because it wasn't progressing. Or this person, could have been concerned with only sexual matters. They could, for a few of this is someone that may have even, had a third party going on or something. But I definitely feel like now this person is coming in. They've been coming in very slowly here with the Knight of Pentacles, but they're planning on stepping that up. They're planning on taking that brave, impulsive action forward. Spirit, show me the Cat, a two-faced friend. I feel like this is someone that may have just not wanted a commitment for some of you. But now I feel like they're coming in because they do want. They're taking that brave, impulsive action forward, and I feel like they're bringing in something in the material world when they come. It could be just a commitment with the ring. But it's someone that didn't want, I feel like, whether you may have had a commitment with them and then they decided they no longer wanted the commitment. For some of you, they could have had a third party involved. Okay? It doesn't have to, a third party is anyone and anything that comes in between you and someone else. But I don't feel like all of you had a third party involved, but I do feel like that's strongly for some of you. But I do feel like they've been coming in all along, planning on coming in all along. And now I feel like they are going to come in much quicker. I feel like they've been slowly coming back. Spirit, show me the cat, a two-faced friend. But I feel like they're coming in now in a more quick manner, and they're bringing something tangible. Spirit, show me the cat, a two-faced friend. Why is it here? Three of Swords. Yeah, for a lot of you, there was definitely something here about a third-party situation. We have the Five of Pentacles, and I feel like you felt left out in the cold here with the Five of Pentacles. Like I said, third party does not have to be a lover. It could be, this could have been a friend of theirs, a friend of yours that came in between this. But I definitely feel like there was heartbreak here involving a two-faced friend, and they came in between your connection, and you got left out in the cold. Spirit, show me Three of Swords. Even if you walked away from them, I don't feel like you wanted to walk away. I feel like you felt like there was no other choice. Spirit, show me the Three of Swords. Why is it here? Three of Wands, 3-3. There was definitely something about a third party here. Three of Cups, 3-3-3. This person, I feel like for a lot of you, this two-faced friend was someone that was in this other person's energy. I do feel like they've turned their back on that person. Even if it was your friend, let's just say for someone out there, maybe. It's just for maybe one person out there, maybe for none of you. But let's just say it was your friend, got with your significant other. They have turned their back on that person and they want a reunion. But we all have free will. And some of you may want this person back and some of you may not. It could have been a family member. It could have been a friend of theirs that came in between the connection. But I feel like they've turned their back on that person now. Whoever, I feel like it could have just been, I feel this strongly for more of you than I do that was a friend of yours. I feel like it was someone in their energy who was trying to keep the two of you apart, and that person was in their ear. And it caused them to have doubts and, and for some of you, I do feel like they had another partner, another person that they were seeing. Spirit, give me an oracle card for guidance. But either way, they've turned their back on that person. And they're looking to have you reunited with you. Whether you want them back or you don't, it'll be up to you. Spirit, give me an oracle card for guidance. What guidance do you have for Taurus? We have Golden Poppy, Dream. I'm going to read it to you. The oracle property Dream refers to the long history of the poppy's use as a sedative and narcotic. For hundreds or perhaps thousands of years, this plant has been associated with altered states of consciousness, memory, and pain relief. In a tarot context, one might relate this flower to the moon card, which speaks of dream states, exploring the subconscious and finding the way through illusions. The Seven of Cups, with this message about getting caught up in wishful thinking, deception, or desire without action, can also apply. Dreaming, daydreaming, fantasizing, these are distractions, but can also be the gateway to achievement, happiness, and goal attainment. When I see the word dream in an oracle context, I most often interpret it as in a very positive way. How sad life would be without our ability to project into future or alternate realms. Like everything, dreaming is about balance. Let your imagination soar, but remember that we must not dream our way too far from the real world. After all, someone needs to feed the cat. Yeah, so I feel like, this is something that I do feel like that you have been expecting, intuitively knowing, and you need to use your intuition here for sure on which way to go. But stay grounded in reality with this person, because whether or not, you feel like this person, you want to give this person a second chance. This is someone that did, in fact, cause heartbreak here. in your life. They let someone, I feel like a third party, no matter who it is, come in between the two of you. They let that person come in between the two of you and cause that rift, because a third party cannot break apart two people unless one person allows it to happen. One of you allow it to happen. Okay, Taurus, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please like the video.